How's everyone doing? I just wanted to do a little hangout from the backyard here. I had a beautiful day, just finished up everything with the Empower Network event, and I'm back here with my dad. Some of you were at the event, had a chance to meet my dad, or maybe see the video where I was about a year ago. You know, flat broke, basically painting that fence. You see that fence? I was painting that whole fence to get enough money to get a Greyhound bus to go to where I was going to be going to Atlanta to go into the basement and stay there to get another job. I mean, that was my game plan a little year ago, and it's very cool how I believe individuals that, just like yourself, that are watching this, and the panel that we have here are the reason that I've been able to elevate to this, because the idea of working with individuals that are like-minded and that are good ethical people that really just have a big vision. And so then instead of doing everything yourself, you work with other people. So how's it going, Paul? We got Paul Munson here today.
How's it going? Paul Munson here, doing really well, chilling at my dad's house as well. I'm in the back room, but I haven't seen him for about a year, so it's been really nice to catch up with him and connect. And like Steven said, we just got back from the Empower Network event in Orlando, and it was a great event. And I'm just super excited to be here to show you guys what we have in store for you.
Awesome. And then a lot of you also know GodSave, who was at the event in Orlando. We had a great time getting to meet each other and being able to do the interviews with you and stuff. How you doing today, GodSave?
Hey, Steve. I'm pretty good, man. Thanks. And, it was such a blast having you guys over there at the Renaissance in Orlando. And, the event was just fantastic, seeing you speak and empower people from stage. That was awesome, buddy.
Yeah, it was cool just to meet everyone. Sometimes we don't get to meet everybody face to face when we're doing internet marketing, and that's always a great thing, just to get to meet the people and connect. And then for those of you that are been following us for a while or part of Join a Mentor, these might be two brand new faces, some just great friends and individuals that I really trust to be able to work and put my time into, and have expertise in things that I'm not very educated, humbly to say, myself. So I, just like many of you, I get mentors, I find the right people to work with, and then I just do my best to follow them, to educate myself from what they're doing. And I'm really excited to introduce each one of you to Charles and Barton. How you doing, Charles? Are you in Canada, or where are you at today?
Hi, Stephen. Thank you for that great intro. Yes, I come from Toronto, Canada. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you to Paul and GodSave. We're very excited to show you what we're working on, and I can't wait to start. So thank you.
Cool, awesome. And then Bart, how you doing today? I forgot, where exactly are you again today, Bart?
Yeah, man, I'm close to you guys. I'm over in Clearwater, Florida, living the Florida lifestyle and really enjoying it, man. It's awesome. Nice to be here with you guys.
Cool, and I look forward to for everyone to get to know you guys a little bit better, but I wanted to kind of introduce myself, the panel, and then let you know why we're doing this, what this is all about. As in the past 10 months, I've noticed something. I've noticed a lot of you are shooting for the moon to be the next big dog traffic king, and you're pretty close to getting into the welfare line. And I'm not saying that to be a jerk, but the reason that I've been successful, in my opinion, in Empower Network is that I didn't go and buy a lot of traffic. If I would have spent the 40% of the money that I earned on traffic up to this point, I would be struggling. I was very successful in Empower Network, let's say for the example, because I did attraction marketing and video marketing, something that's not always easily duplicatable, but within that, I had a lot of you come to me and say, hey, where should I get traffic? What do you recommend? I've went through the Big Idea Mastermind, High Traffic Academy. I'm studying all this stuff. I'm buying traffic from here. I'm doing this solo ad. I mean, it's been a lot of traffic. I'm not quite sure how much you've spent on traffic, but I want to let you know how much I've spent. I haven't spent any money on traffic. I've been nervous to even dabble into it because I struggled to get here. And the last thing I wanted to do was throw a bunch of money away. Now, the reason that I was really nervous is I watched Paul, and although he didn't spend a lot of money, he spent a couple $1,000s on traffic. And one thing I just bugged me. The one thing I saw about traffic was, as an example, let's say that you buy 1,000-click solo ad for $500, okay? Real simple numbers. And you spent that $500 and you got your 1,000 clicks. Now let's say that you had an incredible opt-in page and you got 70% opt-in, okay? I know a lot of you are crushing it and you're doing 70% opt-ins. Now, you got 700 leads. And then I noticed something. Then you're like, what the heck am I doing now? And you, first of all, if you didn't convert it right away, you started feeling like maybe the traffic didn't work, Empower Network doesn't work, your source isn't very good, you don't know what kind of message you're sending. Well, any one of those could be correct. But Empower Network works. The people are converting. Some other people are buying the same traffic as you are, and they're getting results and you aren't. Now, there is not one exact solution to that, but I do believe that the reason I'm going to venture into this is because of the risk level is basically non-existent. That I'm not going to be worried that I spent my $500 and I only, I got a certain amount of leads, but I didn't go and convert them right away. And a little tip for those of you that are doing that, when someone opts into your list, just because they don't pay that day, that doesn't mean that they're not going to eventually join you. You need to follow up with them. You need to make sure that you send in the right subject line so they're inboxing. You got to make sure your domain is actually not on a spam list of any sort. There's a lot of little things that we're going to really, we're going to actually educate you and teach you. But I want to get into that right now. I want to get into the reason that I'm doing this, and the reason I've decided to put my time, my faith into this is because it was simple, and I know that I'm not going to ever lose my money on the traffic. And I believe big picture, for those of you that are going to take a look at this, you're going to see the vision that I saw immediately. Now, I have studied and made sure that I wanted to actually do this because I know there's a lot of different types of co-ops and groups out there, and there's so many different traffic methods that can get very overwhelming, especially if you're brand new to this. So I'm going to let these guys really be able to explain it to you in detail, exactly what kind of traffic it'll be, how it's going to benefit you, how you're going to be in the same position as me and you're not going to be risking your money on traffic and just throwing it away. And then after they explain that, I want to let you know, for those of you that are watching this today, brand new, why you should take advantage of this immediately, because Paul and I have come up with a very, I believe, generous way to help those of you that are on the same page, ready to take action and diverse and get into the traffic world, right away with us today. So I believe, Charles, I'm going to let you start it off. And man, I love your energy. It's always been fun to connect with you. You got great energy. And before he gets on, I want to say something about Charles. We're very similar in ways that he's always wanted to help the team. And he's just stepping up and saying, hey, I'll do whatever I can to help, host the other hangouts, train people. So we're going to get a lot of advantages, just being in the same circle with Charles, and I'm sure you'll be able to understand that right away. So what's going on, Charles? How's it going today?
Wow, that was an amazing intro, Stephen. I mean, we love working with you and Paul for sure. Bart and I are as always lifted up whenever we speak with you. Your Join and Mentor program is absolutely world-class, so thank you again for having us. And we're really excited to teach you about what AdExperts has to offer. So our company does two major things. One, it's a new online traffic source that's going to give you traffic for any primary business that you're working on. And then secondary to that, it actually will help you make money. So I'm going to talk about the product, and then Bart is later going to go into how exactly you can make money working with this company. So I just want to lay the groundwork. First of all, Bart is connected directly with the owners. And when I say that, I mean we actually helped to build this company when it moved from pre-launch into launch. AdExperts launched officially about 4.5 weeks ago. So we are really at the starting phase of this company, but we've had tremendous results. Not only is Bart the second income earner, and our other business partner, Darren, is number 1 income earner. I'm number 4 in the entire company, so I'll show you that income proof in a little while. But I just want to go into what it is that we are actually doing that's creating this new traffic for you. So I'm just going to screen share right now. So if you go to our main product, it's Home Business Giant Magazine. So what this is, it's the brainchild of someone named Matthew Toran. He's an award-winning writer and magazine creator. He's actually touched 3 different businesses that have become massive successes online. One is Kidtrepreneurs, so it's a magazine for kids and teenagers, teaching them all about the fundamentals of business and how to actually make money online. And then he also, and this is absolutely amazing, he created YoungEntrepreneur.com, which was eventually sold to the business portal itself, Entrepreneur.com, for millions and millions of dollars. So not only is Matthew Toran staking his claim that Home Business Giant is going to be an absolute success, you can be confident that the product itself is going to last for years and years and years, which means that AdExperts is going to be here long-term, stable. The product is fantastic. So you'll see here, when you actually join with AdExperts, you get 6,000 impressions inside this magazine. But Bart is going to show you how you can actually recoup that $400 investment and continuously get 6,000 impressions in the magazine over and over again. So you'll see here the content itself in the magazine is actually like having a virtual flip book, or it's like having a virtual magazine. So you can actually flip through the pages and you'll see that some of the content areas of the first month are talking about basic things about creating a successful business. It talks about startup costs and how to get server space and how to create a brand. So it's really great in terms of the content side. And I will say this, in future editions of the magazine, and this is what I really love, we are actually going to have featured articles on people that have made it big time in the internet marketing and home business space. So you're going to be able to learn from them directly, which is fantastic, because in our network alone, we have Jam. We have so many different partner teams that are already working with us that are going to be bringing in mass amount of people to this business. Because again, everybody wants 6,000 impressions on repeat over and over again. I've already earned 24,000 impressions in this magazine, and we just started. We just began working with this program. So just really quickly, you'll see that these are where the ads are situated. So people actually create a 125 by 125 banner, and then based on time, there's a time interval of 20 seconds or 30 seconds. These actually rotate. So you'll see that as I go through the magazine, that these will actually change. So that's pretty exciting. And also, in terms of getting SEO or free traffic to this website, I mean, where they're getting their traffic, they're actually using their blog as well to eventually get to the point where they're going to work with all their Google experts. I know they're working with one of the creators of Google AdSense to be able to drive really high-quality home business and MLM traffic to this magazine. So this blog eventually will have thousands and thousands of pages indexed, and the ads are actually going to be here listed on the right side of the screen. So I'm very excited about the product. I know we have just started, and this product will evolve. I have so many suggestions for adding ads into the actual text and to move the ads around so that we can get more click-through rates and these kinds of things. And the owner, Daniel Butts, is extremely open-minded. He gets back to you right away. We have a direct connection with him. We helped him set up a lot of things and added some changes. For example, an affiliate link that goes directly to the join page was created because of us. So we know that not only is the product converting for our people right now, one of our team leaders got 9 sales in Lioness already. We had 2 people that got sales in Explosial through the product, but we do know that it's going to get better and better. So thanks. That's what I have to say for now.
Awesome. I know that part was enough for me. After I heard that, I was like, okay, you know, I'm looking for people that are looking for a home-based business to make money online or specific different niches, and that when I saw that part of it, I knew that was going to be a good fit for me because it was going to be a little bit different than a lot of you. I don't know if everyone, I'm not saying it, but a lot of us are saying, hey, let me just buy another solo ad. Well, then we go buy another solo ad of people that are already on someone else's list. I want to get a unique audience. I want different people to come to my pages. And I love the people that were backing this because of the big picture for me. To start out, you know, do something that's like kind of small and simple. As the company evolves, I'm going to be already positioned and in with the company. And as I'm getting my traffic in, I'm not worrying about, gosh, I got to do another $500 today to get another 300 leads. You know, it was like a non-stop headache when I thought about traffic. I almost thought a lot of you were silly, to be honest with you. Like, you're just buying more traffic. Are you making any money? And I'm not, you know, I hope you know that I'm not coming down on you. I'm not making fun of you. Paul is my brother. Like, I'm watching him do something, and then I'm over here, you know, not doing the exact same thing, but I'm seeing results. And because the people that I'm attracting on YouTube or Facebook, they're just different people that maybe they're not on everybody else's list. And for me, that was exciting because it gave me the chance to connect with them and have that unique relationship. And then when I was introducing my business to them, you know, they were a little bit more keen on it because it was a brand new, like, they might not have even seen the Empower Network because they came, let's say, through YouTube or Facebook through a different channel, okay? And you got to be different. Dave Wood says this the best. Dave Wood said that he said this in Hawaii. We were all in the Big Idea Mastermind event. I don't know if either you were there, but he was saying that those of you that go look into the corner, go look into the corner that nobody else is looking in, and you're going to be the ones getting to that $30,000 a month level, getting that $100,000 a month level. And as I'm saying this, and as Charles mentioned this, there's no financial claims at all. I can't promise you that you're going to earn $7,000 doing this. I can't promise you that you're going to get 30 sales to do this. I can promise you one thing. I'm doing this. I promise you that I'm going to do this, and I'll tell you why I want to do this. Because I want a simple, reliable, safe way to get traffic integrated to my personal approach to the business. I know that the majority of you guys are traffic junkies. I mean, I thought I was addicted to things in the past. You are addicted to traffic, but you need to get addicted to do a different theory. Okay, and so some of you are going to probably get creative over the next couple years, and you're going to say, you know, I'm going to go and I'm going to just do a whole campaign offline. I'm going to do an offline campaign. I'm going to focus on a specific niche, and you're going to have great results. Don't just, you know, don't zero in on the one thing that's popular, which is solo ads. I mean, solo ads are really popular, but I don't know why they're so popular yet, because no one's really proven to me that it's a safe, reliable way across the board. This, I'm confident that every one of you today, once you start doing this with us, once you start getting traffic, you're not going to be losing out on your money. You're not going to be, you know, constantly reinvesting, hoping, shooting through, you know, for the fences that something will happen. And Bart, I was just kind of going in my personal, just saying why I love the idea of this, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to you, Bart. It's been, I actually, hopefully, while I'm here in Florida, I can come over there and catch a fish that's behind you. That thing, I'm sure, was tasty whenever you did catch it, but good to see you again. Glad you made it back home.
Sorry about the technical glitch, man. I apologize about that. Holy moly. Man. As you can see, we're really excited about the program, and you know, there's a really smart thing about it, and that is when Daniel created it, he wanted to make sure that he created a program that was not going to compete with other people's primary business, right? He wanted something that was an accent to the primary business. So what better than to be able to create something that would create high-value traffic and also put a really killer compensation plan with it. So there's a couple things that are really cool about it, and you know, a couple really key things that'll make it really make sense for you, and that is this. If you can share this with 2 people and bring them in, you're going to basically like walk into the store with a 100% rebate coupon, right? So that's a really beautiful thing. What does that mean? Well, that $400 you invested, a one-time, one-off, no monthly, no maintenance, no auto ship payment, right? A 0 follow-up, one-time payment. You bring in 2 people, you're going to get that money back. You know, it could be a couple days, it might be a week, it could be a little longer if it's a little slower for you. But for most people, you know, it's in about a week. You're going to get your money back. And what's really cool about that, I'll even share my screen and show you a little technically how this works. There's some pretty exciting features to how the actual business part of it and the money works itself. So, you know, like Charles has implicated, I've actually made like $24,000 in the business, and this is basically how you're going to do that. When you go ahead and buy a reseller package, you're going to be entered into what's called a cyclone funnel. And it's really simple to understand situation. It's sort of like a matrix flipped upside down, right? Except in this case, myself, I'm not responsible to bring everybody in here, right? Like my 2 and then their 2 and then their 4, whatever, right? You actually enter from the top, right? So it's a flipped matrix coming from the bottom. In this case, coming from the top. And what's going to happen is all these people here are working to fill these spots, right? So it's really cool. It's like a giant team build, which is really neat. You're not out there on your own trying to do this yourself, okay? So what's really cool is, like, right now I'm in a bottom position. This is, I think, my fifth cyclone I'm in, okay? And when these spots get filled, I'm going to get another $400 back to me, okay? And another 6,000 impressions to my ads, okay? So how these things work is, like, I've got a 3 here, which means I've sponsored 3 of these people in here. This person's got a 1. These people have a 0. And what does that mean? Well, they're going to be bringing people in, right? This person still needs to bring 2 people in here, and this person does 2. This person still needs another 1. So in that sense, you're not working by yourself. You have other people doing the same thing that you are, okay? So it's a very simple structure. You're not doing it on your own. You know, it's like really a team build process, which is really exciting. So what happens again is, once this gets filled up, okay, I'm going to pop out of here and I'm going to come back into another one of these, right? I don't pay another $400. I just paid it the first time I joined, you know, a month ago. And so basically you earn your way back in here, okay? You're getting another 6,000 impressions, and then you're going to enter into the tornado funnel, which is really cool because it's actually really even easier to make money here. It's a smaller one, okay? And like, oh, excuse me, on this example, I'm in this position here, okay? I can show you another one that's a little better, because I'm in 3 of these right now, and I'll show you how that works. So here we go right now. I'm at the bottom of this position now, right? This is my earning position. So you're going to join at the top, and when you make it to the bottom, all right, these spots fill. Every time they fill, they earn you money. So this is a $1,000 spot, a $1,000 spot, a $2,000 spot, and a $3,000 spot. Okay, so this is worth $7,000, these spots. Now what's really cool about this is it's all built to perpetuate itself. Okay, so when I pop out of here, I'm going to pop into the top another one of these. Okay, and what does that mean? Well, let me show you what it means. It's really, really cool. It shows you that you're going to be able to make income over and over and over again. So here's the very first tornado that I was in, all right? Actually, it was the last $1,000 I just made. This is on the 24th. I mean, 3,000 on the 24th as well. And if you just scroll down, you can see the 18th, the 8th. These are all earnings from those positions on that funnel. There's an earning from a cyclone, $400, okay? And then, you know, some more thousands, another $400 from another cyclone, and my original $400. So I made a total of $24,200. Stands for itself. I can just tell you the key about this is you guys are in a really fortunate place, okay? You're with a team here who's going to help you make this successful for you, okay? I can show you a little bit about my ads that I have, right? Here's my 6,000 impressions. This is my ad manager. And like right now, I've got 4 active ads. I didn't put anything here yet. I'm trying a little ad for my ad experts to start with. Most people do their primary business, Empowerment Network, maybe a tool suite, a blog, or whatever. So far out of 1,000 impressions, I've had 24 clicks, right? So what does this mean to me? Well, this means I should have about 120 clicks off my first ad. But what's really cool is I did a one-time payment, right? One-time payment. And I now have 4 of these, 24,000 impressions. And probably by the end of this week, I will have another 1 or 2 of these that I'll get to work with, okay? So that's it. It's really straightforward. You know, it's really common sense. It's a simple program where if you can bring 2 people in with you, you're going to walk into the deal with 100% rebate. And you're going to be able to have endless traffic that you get to pay for one time. And what's cool about it is the system is built to be able to multiply that package over and over and over again. And, you know, again, let me just reiterate. I'll stop screen sharing. You know, if you're fortunate enough to be watching this video right now and you're involved with these really special people on this panel, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have a giant advantage over everyone else in this business because they have an incredible plan to be able to help you. We provide training on our end on ad experts on a constant basis. We do hangouts for people. We have public hangouts. We do private hangouts. If you come to us and say, hey, listen, I've got a team I want to bring in, we will do a hangout just for you. This is what our focus is, and we know why, because we know it's a really awesome program with an awesome program, or a product with an awesome compensation plan. So, like I said, if you're fortunate enough to be here and invited by Jam Team and GodSave, you're not going to ever be in a better place. Really, really great place. So remember, the magic is all you need is 2, right? You can do more than that, but all you need is 2. So with that, I'd like to pass it back to Stephen. I hope that was clear enough. I don't want to go too deep into it, but that's the best explanation I can give you.
Yeah, thank you. That's actually simple enough, because earlier I've been able to be exposed to the big picture, and these guys aren't playing around. I mean, we were talking about the ability to really work our way from here, where I'm sitting on my dad's back porch, all the way to the island, to where we're going to buy an island. Paulo Barroso and I were joking earlier, we aren't joking actually, so I want to be dead serious about this. We're going to own an island. It's going to be the Jam Island, Join a Mentor Island, and this is one of the ways I can see us all getting there, by working together. Now, every other traffic thing I've ever seen is like, hey, good luck with your traffic, but you know what sucks? I used to sit in an office, and I would sit next to, we were recruiters, okay? I would sit next to another recruiter, one of my best friends. And I mean, this is how it works. There's one job, okay? There's one vacant position that pays $7,000. I remember this position very clearly. We were both recruiting for it, okay? Now, we have different leads, but we would be calling our candidates, sending them into interviews. They show up for interviews, and they go through the hiring process. One candidate gets hired. That recruiter earns a $7,000 commission. Now, you could work on a month or 2 months on these types of positions, but what sucked, I'll tell you this. This one job, I remember, I got the girl hired. Well, my best friend, who sat next to me, he had a candidate that was in the final interview process too. They were at the final interview. Now, I almost felt guilty at the end of the day. I was like, gosh, he's got a wife and 3 kids, and I'm like sitting here like I don't even have a girlfriend or a car. You know, he needs the money, and we worked equally as hard on the exact same position, but he didn't get anything, and I got paid, and it didn't feel very good. The same thing happens in traffic. Let's say Paul and I and GodSave say, hey, I'm going to spend $500, $500, $500. We're all going to buy a co-op together, okay? The co-op word's everywhere. And then within that co-op, what if I got 10 sales, Paul gets 1 sale, and GodSave, sorry, bro, you didn't get any. But we all spent the same amount of money. And that's how I keep seeing traffic out there. And I'm all about the team, the unity, all of us being on that train together. And so my vision was this, to offer you guys who are here right now the ability to just take advantage of this right now today. I mean, I know it kind of sounds like when I first saw it, I was like, wait, so I only got to put in $400 and I'm going to get my impressions, let's say 6,000 impressions, and let's just be simple. Let's say I only got 10, let's just say I only got 20 leads, okay, for all of that. 20 leads. It didn't go very well, but then I also referred to other people, so I was in the cycle, and then I was able to just keep doing that over and over and over and over without ever spending another dollar on traffic, and I was getting extra money. I was getting extra money by introducing this to everyone who's wanting to get traffic as well. So then I was like, you know, I wanted to do, just like you're saying right now, yeah, right, you know, you got $25,000 of commissions and you only put in $400 and you get 4 different traffic slots. I know, there's a lot of numbers, there's a lot of different slots, it could get confusing, but it's really simple. I'm going to spend, I already did $400, I'm going to get my little position, okay? Then I'm going to introduce a couple of my friends, they're going to get their position, and then I'm going to help my friends, a couple of you, and I'm going to make sure that you get your 2 people right away. So it's kind of like for the underdog, those of you that are having a kind of a struggle recruiting people into things, because I know if you're just like me, you don't want to waste any money on traffic, or you've already wasted it, and now you're scrambling to get out. Okay, so this is going to be a solution for everybody. You know, Paul and I kind of had the plan to keep it simple and to work with just 12 of you initially, whether it took a day, a week, or a month, and help you 12 get 2 people, and then so that would be eliminated as far as you having to think about getting your own people and you having to think about spending any more money on the traffic. Kind of get you qualified, get the ball rolling, and then just work directly with you so we can expand this to our teams. And like for me, the idea of making traffic simple, okay? No more complications of it. No more the traffic has become the biggest individualized recruiting reminder to me that I knew I had to figure out a new solution. This is the best thing I've ever seen in regards to my personal vision with traffic. And I know that those of you who know me, to say it again, I haven't been a big traffic guy, okay? I've done really well. I've climbed the ladders by being honest, having good relationships with people, doing video marketing, you know, communicating with the small amount of people more effectively than shooting for the masses. But man, some days I'm like, gosh, Paulo, that dude's really kicking my butt because he knows traffic. Vic is just showing me up because he knows traffic. But, you know, I want to learn too. I want to get involved in it too, but I still can't throw all this money down the toilet to learn to do traffic. Do you know what I mean? And this is going to be a fun, exciting way to do it. Before I want to go over the couple of things that we're going to give to each one of you to get started with us first, but I want to see if Paul or God Save, if you guys wanted to say anything or add anything in before I went into that.
Yeah, I'll say something. Really excited about this program. I think it's really awesome. You know, one-time fee of $400, and it's a good way to get yourself, you know, in the system, in the cyclone, as we call it, and you know, you're not going to be just working with one of us. You know, you're going to be working with this whole team right here. It's kind of like you're going to be into like an elite mastermind. You know, you're going to also get, you know, the 6,000 impressions and into some great traffic. So I'm really excited about this. You know, it's definitely not like anything I've ever seen before. And I talked to God Save at the event, and he showed me some of his experiences with the program, with the leads, with the traffic, and with the income producing that he's done, which really just literally blew me out of the water. Because just for one-time investment, you're gonna, you know, be getting ongoing traffic.
It's the money train, dude.
Ongoing traffic and ongoing, you know, income to fuel your business. So the way I look at it is you have to have a couple different traffic sources, you know, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, you know, whether it's Craigslist, but this is definitely one niche that we're definitely going to get into. So I'm super excited about this experience that we're about to get into. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, quick question, Paul, because I think a lot of this comes from us having the ability to work together. You know, we're brothers. We have different styles. We're completely, like, our whole approach is different and unique. So we have an advantage of we get to learn off one another. And just like the recruiter, sometimes it's not very fun, but, you know, we've been very poor together. So if Paul had to basically pay my way for a long time. I used his debit card for over a year. I didn't even have a debit card. I was like, hey, bro, and he's my younger brother. Like, that's kind of embarrassing. Hey, bro, let me use your debit card again. But we learned off of each other's struggle. And, you know, for your experience with the traffic that you've bought over this last year and your results, you know, how do you differentiate this from other stuff that you've done with traffic? Because, you know, I just see it as a safe way to do it myself, and I haven't really wanted to do any other traffic things. You know, how do you differentiate this from the other stuff that you've done, you know, from Power Network or Big Idea or other things that you've been marketing with?
I think it's kind of like a two-way road with this, is where you have the low, you know, price point to get in, which is only a $400 one-time fee, which basically gets you 6,000 impressions, you know, in this high targeted traffic magazine. But on the other side, you have the income the amount of income that you can actually produce by referring this awesome program to other people. You know, it happened to me once where I spent $3,000 on supposedly, you know, one of the best traffic providers that there was. I only ended up getting, it was probably like 400 leads total. True story. You know the story. And I think with solos, sometimes it's just kind of like a shot in the dark. You don't really know what you're gonna get. But what I like with this is it's a one time, it's low risk. You know exactly what you're going to get, and there's the possibilities of what you can do with this are endless. So
Awesome. Well said. I do remember. I think you said you paid like $36 a lead on your
yeah,
big debut into banner ads. And you know, you're not the only one, bro. That's why I want to make this transparent to everybody. When we come up with a lot of these ideas, it's based on you guys. It's based on you guys coming to us and say, hey, I just bought 1,000 leads, 1,000 clicks. I just did this campaign. What am I doing wrong? Well, I mean, the one thing you're doing right is you're going to simplify it. You're going to start simplifying things. And the other thing that I'm going to really recommend everybody does, don't be Dave Sharp, don't be Justin Berengia, don't be Michelangelo Lopez, don't be Vic Stricehouse, don't be Paul Munson, don't be Steven Munson. You got to be you and figure out what works for your budget, your time, and your knowledge of the internet. If you are an elementary internet level, be cool with that, okay? If you are an expert, you are a master, a college degree, be there, be that person, be a leader then. But don't go and jump up to the college level if you're not there, and be proud of where you're at, because the first thing that you did that was right was you got started. You joined the internet. You said, hey, I'm going to the internet. I'm going to work with people. I'm going to add value. But I see a lot of you went in the door, and then you said, well, I've been here for a month or a year. It's time to go all the way to the college. I want to be a Harvard internet person, if you understand what I'm saying. Take it slow. Keep it simple. And that's why you haven't seen me doing a bunch of traffic. I'm in elementary school when it comes to traffic. Okay? So I hope that comes through. And God save, you know, it's been awesome just to finally meet you. I know you're back down in Miami, and hopefully you're getting things prepped up for the Ian event in Orlando. I mean, in Miami, I hope we can get a big old house and all of us just do this.
Just hang out, right? Yeah. No, I mean, this is really awesome for me, Steve. I mean, I have been chasing, in a way, traffic. You know, you go solo ad after solo ad, you spend so much money and never get a penny back sometimes. Of course, I've made sales in my business, of course, but, you know, most of the time, yes, it's almost admissible in the industry now that, you know, you go out there, spend money, and you are not guaranteed to make it back, and you should be cool with it. That's kind of a given, right? People tend to say, you know what, it's marketing. You are not guaranteed results, so spend money, no matter what happens. Just know that sometimes you shoot, right? Sometimes you miss. But, you know, with ad experts, it's a different ball game, you know. You put down your $400, $420, or, you know, and that's all you need. You refer to people, you have repeat traffic, you have repeat coupons to keep on making the same $400, and you can even make more, like $7,000. I have never joined something where within 6 days I not only recouped the money that I put in there, but I actually made $7,000, simply because I referred two more people to a place where they can make good traffic. Actually, this is one point that probably we never mentioned, but the traffic with ad experts, as far as I managed to follow in the first days, it is only from those prime 5 countries where we buy top tier traffic: UK, Canada, USA, New Zealand, and Australia. We pay top money to get that kind of traffic in solos, right? Over here, it's just the same flat price, and you can make repeat traffic over and over. And then you have this opportunity to actually create a very lucrative income stream. To me, that's awesome. I couldn't see why I would not take, I mean, or I would not even go in and say, you know what, I can boost my Empower Network business doing this. I can boost whatever it is that I'm promoting out there. So we are talking here as Empower Network guys, you and the GEM team, right? We joined way back then, and we know the struggles that people have gone, and some of the failure really that happens in the industry is simply because people cannot sustain even the Empower Network membership fees if they are not making money. So ad experts kind of even covers that part in. If you're making that $400, you take part of that, you're paying your Empower Network membership fees. Now you don't necessarily have to dig into your pocket anymore. So this is kind of a solution to quite a number of industry struggles. That would be what I take and I value in being part of this.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. That I'm telling you, it's been crazy to me because I've been on the outside, just like, what are you guys doing? I mean, you would be so much better. The last $1,000 you spent is if you would have like hired somebody to go make you a professional video, put that on YouTube, hired someone to SEO it, and just drove people to that. I mean, because that's what I did by myself. But you know, I'm not going to tell you not to buy traffic because I want to learn too. And when I was reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Robert Kiyosaki, he really talks about assets. And like one thing, I totally didn't get this my first 32 and a half years of my life. What I needed to do to secure myself financially was set up assets. Okay, and for those of you that know what asset, I'm going to keep this really simple. It's something that produces income for you on a regular basis. So if you owned a home and let's say your mortgage is $1,500, someone pays $2,000 rent, you get $500 a month. That's an asset. But we need to make online assets on the internet, online assets. Now, it's impossible to make an online asset with a solo ad. It is impossible. If you come up with a way to do it, come to us and we'll do online solo assets. But right now, I've never seen it. I've never seen that where you spend the money and that's up to you, whatever you do after that. That's why there's a small percentage, I would say less than 5% of people are successful, not because of the traffic and not because of the pages, because of the list management. That's one of the big things that we're going to work with you on. If you are on this call right now and you're on this Hangout Live and you're watching this immediately, I want to tell you some of the bonuses that we're going to give to the first people. So the first 12, and we've already talked to 7 people, so the first 12 people, we wanted to make sure that you got 2 people enrolled below you, even if you weren't capable of doing it. And in addition, because that would then take you out of the risk part where you might have to spend more money to get more traffic. You would be put in then to the Cyclone, the funnel. I mean, I'm not technically, you guys know. I just know it as this. You put in 400, you get two more people to do the same thing. You get your 6,000 impressions, and then you're entered into the system that once you qualify, you get another slot. Okay, and you can keep doing that over and over as you advance your way up to the higher end funnels, where then you get to these guys level with, I mean, $7,000 freaking dollars. If you spent $400 and you got traffic, that's what I'm saying. Even if you got a small amount of quality traffic that converted, and then you had the ability on the back end to make additional income. So we want to help 12 of you get qualified immediately right away for that. And so for those of you that take advantage, that's the first thing we're going to give you. The second thing is the list management, the understanding of how to communicate with your list. A lot of you, I've mentioned this, we had a conversation in Dave Sharp's room the other night. A lot of you are sending the exact same email. Same subject, same body, everything, but your link's different. You're thinking, oh, you know, if Fred did it, I mean, I'm going to do it too. Well, Fred's Fred. Be you. You got to have your own subject line. I mean, that's the way to do it. Your own body. I mean, you can copy the idea, but you got to be creative and be original with who you are. So we're going to go through that. We're going to dive into that, talk to you about your domains, why it's important with your domain. My emails that get sent to people, most of the time they inbox. Now my list is like tiny. I have the littlest list of maybe anyone. You guys have huge lists. Those of you that are traffic junkies, your lists are huge. They don't mean anything like compared to my list. Let's say I had 10 people and you have 2,000. Well, if all 10 of mine open it and take action, it's more powerful than having 2,000 people that only a couple of them open it. Okay, so I want to help you get people to open it and start that relationship. I know somebody who won the contest in Empower Network this time. Young whippersnapper. This guy is great to hang around. He is an expert on list communication. I don't even remember the word of it. The communication to the list. Getting people to open it, making sure it's inbox, being original, creating people that follow you, and then converting that. So that's going to be a big bonus for U12. I want to start a small mastermind, and I want to develop a plan of attack for all of us to have our original email autoresponders, be creative with our broadcast, and get different results, and then we can teach our teams, okay? So those two things, and in addition to that, these guys, and one of the main reasons that I knew that this was a home run is we're busy, okay? We are busy. And I can't refer people and then do a hangout, communicate them with them every single day. So that's when we bring in Charles and Bart, and then they help us with all that other stuff, okay? They help us to explain it. Maybe you have Vic Jr. on your team and you want to bring Vic Jr. in here, and you're like, hey, Charles and Bart, can you talk to Vic Jr.? I want you guys to explain him exactly what this is about, so I don't have to do the explaining and cut my tail short, okay? So those three, I mean, I don't really know how much easier we can get. You're gonna pay, let's say, roughly $400. I don't know if it's $400 plus tax or $420. You pay that, you get your 6,000 impressions, okay? That's locked in, and you can be creative with your banner. We'll help if you need ideas with that, or some of you already know exactly what you want. And then we're gonna help you get the first 2 people right away, and then you're locked in, okay? There's no more stress on traffic, okay? Now, I'm not saying you're gonna have 40,000 leads a day from this. I'm just saying it's a simple way to start building an online asset with the ability to earn income off of high-quality traffic. Unique people looking at a magazine online for home-based business. And then we're gonna help you communicate better with your list. Some of you are probably better than me, but I'm not the expert. I know I'm going to bring in the mentor. We're going to work with you directly. And then third, we're just going to, these guys are going to be here to support us. We already set up guaranteed at least 1 hangout a week. They said they'll do 3. They'll say they'll do 3 a day if we need it. You know, we at least got a hangout a week or 2 hangout a week, whatever we need as a team, as a unit, so we can all be on the stress-free traffic world. That's where I'm headed with this. And then it would be also beneficial for those of you that are working multiple businesses, because you can, let's say this, for Bart, you have, he spent $400. You know, he was able to generate $25,000 by getting other people into the funnels. But then he has 4 campaigns or potential campaigns. He could do 4 different banners for 4 different businesses. He could also do 4 different banners for 1 business to see which one works better, which one's getting better results, who's responding to what. Switch it up and be creative with it. This is the simplest, most basic traffic I've ever seen. But it's exciting to me because of the other end of it, the long-term potential for 2 things. One is your ability to make big commissions like these guys are showing you. But 2 is your ability to help your team not lose all their money. Okay? If somebody is following you, for those of you that are following me, you're showing up, you're joining things that I'm recommending. If you start losing all your money, when I go tell you this cool thing to do, or I invite you to the island, you're like, I don't have any money left. I blew all my money. So you guys got to be leaders to your teams and make sure that they have a safe, reliable way to do this traffic world as well. And that's the best I can put it and explain it, and just tell you from my own heart, you know, I want to learn this traffic. I want to know it. I want to be a master in it. I would love to be able to get leads in my sleep, and people just sign up and pay all day long, every single day, and I'm working my way into it. This was the only way of all the stuff I've ever seen and been presented, the only thing I felt comfortable walking in the door, introducing you to the fellows behind the scenes, and saying, let's do this together. Let's, you know, be part of this as one big unit, and let's give advantage of those of you that are ready to do this right now, right away. So there's no links here, as you can see, or wherever you're at, whatever page you're at, or an email. There's no links, because if there was a link, I know that you guys would have already joined, and then I wouldn't be able to do this as far as helping those of you that are first get started, okay, by once you send an email to joinamentor@gmail.com. Now put subject, let's put subject safe traffic, or we'll put subject safe traffic, because that's the best way I'm seeing this, is safe traffic. And those first 12, we're going to basically help you. I mean, immediate help. So the next 12 that come in, for example, we're going to have to put you under the original people, and that's okay. So don't be worried that you're not going to be directly under us. That doesn't matter. We're going to continue to build this so everyone is qualified. If everybody gets qualified, then we don't have to worry about traffic. We don't have to stress on it. We can go focus on, anything else that drives you or you're passionate about. So I'm asking those of you that already sent an email, joinamentor@gmail.com, for two things. First of all, you have the ability to spend $400. Second of all, you're going to be on the same level, same mind right now, that you're going to say, I'm going to help get people started. I'm going to show my team this. Because just because we're going to sign people up directly below you, make sure that you're going to get people signed up, I don't want you to just throw up your hands. I want you to see that vision and help a couple people. I'm not going to ask you to go out and start calling everybody and telling all your friends or people who are in all your teams to do this, but I want you to simplify it and focus on that idea of just getting 2 people in the door to do this so you don't have to stress about traffic cost either. And would it be cool to get some bigger commissions? And I did research. I mean, these guys are paying out quicker than anything I've seen, and that was just awesome to know that they're serious about the money, because the visionaries behind this, I mean, what we're talking about is nothing. What we're talking about is so small. I told them, do not tell them about the gigantic big thing behind the scenes, because my head was I'm already excited. There's so many things going on right now online, but I want to keep it simple. Those of you that qualify, those of you that lock arms with us, we'll expose you to the other ways that are going to happen down the road so you can start making, big lists. You can start getting massive lists and really just tapping into all the people that are on the internet. And just so you know how many people, think about this. When the government shuts down and all those people are sitting there pissed off, stressed out of their mind, you know what they're doing? They're on Google, and they're on Craigslist, and they're on Monster and Kijiji and Backpage and Posteroo, and they're submitting resumes. They're looking for part-time gigs and jobs. You want to know why? Because every time anyone ever gets threatened with their certainty, it's the only reason most of us have a job is certainty, and it comes threatening, we panic. And we say, I need a certainty backup. There's people all over the web looking for a home, looking for a way to make money on the internet. We're going to provide safe, reliable mentoring, coaching, and helping people with this. Traffic has been, to me, one of the biggest struggles with the masses, because a lot of you are throwing away your hard-earned money and you're not getting results. I hope this helps you. You need to send an email right now to Join a Mentor, Joina Mentor, Join a Mentor @gmail.com, subject safe traffic. And we'll just call you up or send you an email tomorrow or later tonight, and we'll get you the link, get you set up, and then we want to start this mastermind right away, because I know that the mastermind to help you with your list is something you're going to be able to help with your team also. And that's about all I know as far as it can help you guys out immediately today. If you guys need to throw anything else on the end of that, please do. Anyone here on the panel, and for anybody else watching, again, joinamentor@gmail.com. It also, in that body, it might help us if you tell us, just tell us a little bit about, hey, I've been buying traffic and I'm struggling, or I've done real well, I got a lot of people I want to expose this to right now. Before you guys tell everybody, tell us. Be like, hey, I'm Billy, I got Sally and Fred and Johnny, and I've been working with these guys forever. We went to high school together, and would you make sure that Sally, Johnny, and Freddie, that I can tell them first before you guys do? Because that's what it's all about. I don't even care if 4 people say, I want to join a mentor on this, and we help you 4 explode this, okay? So just let us know in the body how we can help you with this, safe traffic, and, gentlemen, anything else to add on that?
Yeah, can I join you?
Yeah.
Can I rejoin? Damn, man.
I just want to say one thing. I think it's kind of cool because I did some traffic training myself through a couple different programs, and actually tried to do some banner ads that they are pretty complicated if you don't really know what you're doing. I spent over $1,000 on a couple of different ads, and I actually didn't really make any results whatsoever. So the money basically just was vanished, and there wasn't any long-term residual things that I could do with that. What I like about this is a one-time payment of $400, and it's an ongoing thing with this team, and I'm really stoked about this, especially when Bart told me the other day about Daniel Butts and his vision, the owner of the company, how he's kind of sick of it, man. There's people in this industry that have been going at this for 25 years, and they're still just grinding it away every single day. They're not actually successful online, and that's kind of like the same vision that Steven and I know the rest of the gentlemen on the panel here have. That I don't want to be doing this, when I'm 40 years old, 50 years old. I'm just very, very excited that we found this program, and we're gonna go to the top of this, and just excited you guys brought me out, and that's all I really have to say. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I wanted to just chip in one last thing, Steve, if I may. Sometimes when we're exposed to something new, at times we offer some resistance. But if people, I don't know, sometimes people don't listen carefully, because we have a mentor in Big Treasures, right? One of the things he says is that go find your own fish pond for traffic. Sometimes people, I don't know, they miss what the message in some of those things. So you're exposed to ad experts, right? You're like, because Vic does not endorse it, or he has not endorsed it, or doesn't know about it, then I'm not gonna go. He tells you, go find your own source of traffic. Ad experts is just one of them, and this is open to everybody. It's a playing field for everybody, and this is worldwide. So that's why I was lured into looking at this, and I'm like, you know what? Vic does not say don't do it. So I'm gonna find traffic that's quality traffic. Buying solo ads, they have different prices for the quality of traffic. We all know that, right? Not all traffic is equal. In ad experts, this traffic is uniform. It's equal. Anybody who has a business out there, they are out there advertising their own business, but they have a chance to look at your banner, and they click on it. Now that depends on your creativity. So go out there and be as creative as you can. Show yourself out there. You're actually branding yourself in the process with your banners. So this is awesome. I'm not necessarily copying somebody's banner and putting it up there. Ad experts give you the freedom to create the banner you want. This is awesome for me. So thanks,
God save, if you don't mind if I ask, what's your results so far as an income standpoint with ad experts?
With ad experts, I've made $7,400 so far. Right now, I'm sitting at the bottom of the $400 and the $7,000. So I'm in a position to make another.
And how many impressions do you have, like ready, loaded up, ready to just fire out to the
I have cycled once out of the 400, so I have 6,000 impressions that I have not even put a banner on at all.
Nice.
And I have about 2,000 impressions on one and 33 clicks on my banner. And that banner, actually, I just did this at the beginning. I just put one of the banners from Big Idea Mastermind, and it's getting clicks.
That's cool. But the thing that you also have to remember is that you now have $7,500 that you can then put into other traffic sources.
Exactly.
This is probably like the banner module. Now you can use that other income to go into whatever else you like, whether it be Facebook, pay-per-click, Craigslist, whatever you like to do.
Exactly.
That's what got me super fired up when you showed me this, and I knew this was a winner.
I've used some of that money actually to help my Big Idea Mastermind members who are struggling, and I put them in ad experts so they can generate traffic. I sponsored them in here so that they can start. That will help my business in Empower Network. So it's an all-round, man.
Did you hear that, folks? That's going to be the theory. That's going to be the ongoing trend, because he started it and he helped people. Like, hey, you're struggling. All right, cool. I know it's a no-risk thing. Let's go here. You're getting what you're getting. and we're all getting the same thing. It's not going to be I didn't hit the ball, I'm out. You know, that's not very safe to me. So thanks, guys. Anything else, gentlemen? Charles or Bart?
Well, I'm sure we could talk all night long about AdExperts, but I think that's a pretty good place to stop. But I just want to say really quickly that Daniel Butts has paid every single Wednesday on time since the company has launched. We choose our programs very, very carefully. We have a massive team of over 8,000 people, and we do not make a decision like this very lightly. So we actually, Bart and I went back and forth for weeks. He actually told me way back in early July that this was coming, and we were like, well, we're kind of a little bit nervous. We want to know who we're working with. I will say every single check mark we had on our list was absolutely a check mark. You can believe in the honesty and ethical character of Daniel and Matthew Toran. I stand behind them 100%, and I look forward to working with each of you and the Lucky 12. It's going to be fun to meet you and your people. Bart and I will be here 6 days a week, week in, week out. We are here for our team, and we are very excited to learn from JAM itself and see what the training is all about lists and stuff like this. Very exciting. Thank you.
Awesome. What a blessing. Thanks a lot, everybody. This is going to be a fun journey, and I just look forward to seeing which one of you step up, because it's always interesting to me because everyone's in a different place. Who's just saying, I'm ready, I'm doing this today, I want to be part of this. And I didn't know you get paid on Wednesday, because I've been getting paid on Mondays and Fridays, and now to add in Wednesday, I mean, if somebody knows a Tuesday and Thursday payout thing, that would be crazy cool. I'm kind of joking, but you know, it's a blessing, because a year ago I was sitting here, as I'm telling you, I was painting that fence. Like, my dad gave me $380. He dropped me off of the Greyhound bus, and I got on that Greyhound bus, and I was so late, I cut my hand. I got on it. I got the worst seat, and I sat down. I'm like, dude, my finger's bleeding, and I'm on a Greyhound with all my life with $380 headed to Atlanta to go sleep in a basement, okay, and get a job at a health center. And I had an interview 2 days later. That's when I made that brave decision. I'm going to Hawaii. Okay, and it was a hard decision, because to go to Hawaii when you're broke, you're like, I'm going to get stuck there, and everything costs money, but it's Hawaii, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. My whole life changed in that short amount of time, 1 year. Anything's possible when you make a decision to create your own change and to be part of something that you know can potentially just shift your life endlessly as far as you want it to. And I like the idea of helping people and keeping it simple. Let's keep the traffic simple. Once I advance I'm at kindergarten. Once I get to like that junior high level, then I'm going to go to something a little bit more advanced. But I'm not there yet either. And I look forward for those of you that are in my position, and for some of you that are experts to step up and say, hey, I want to lock arms with you guys and help you, learn some things as well. So take advantage of this. Send an email to joinamentor@gmail.com. We'll notify you as soon as possible if you were first 12 people. If not, we're just going to put you under one of the other 12 people so you can just get involved and engaged. And appreciate the panel, everyone taking your time. So have a good night, everybody. That'll conclude the hangout for today, and we'll see you later. Aloha.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.